But this comment was absolutely shocking. When I tell you shocking, I could not believe that an owner of a company would say something like this or imply something like this. Right, people, this is a bit of a, let me get cozy, man. It's a bit of a strange video, man. It's a talky video, and hopefully if you get to the end of this video, you will get and understand my point around this. Now, this video is not a personal attack on anyone. It is in no way trying to, just bring hate, negative vibes, to create issues for anyone else. And the channel and the person I'll be most likely mentioning, or mostly mentioning, if that makes sense, no one needs to go to that person's channel. No one needs to spread any more hate. No one needs to spread any more negative vibes, all right? This video today is basically teaching you what my experiences has been as a brand owner, as a YouTuber, and it's something that I want to bring up, okay? Because recently I was asked what was kind of one of the main lessons that I learned about becoming a YouTuber or having a brand, and I never really mentioned this. I failed to mention this, and when I started thinking about it, this video just came to mind. Right now, I didn't want to make this video, and it sounds cliche as hell, but at the end of the day, I feel like I need to. I feel like I am a guardian of this community. I've been there from day one, and I don't want any more negative vibes spreading, right? There's a big future ahead for skipping, and I feel like it's very important that I get this video out, because there's a lot of people that I will be addressing behind this camera who have been sharing negative vibes, hate, unnecessary information that they think that they know, and they have no clue, all right? And it's not just protecting me, it's protecting the future of other jump rope brands, other entrepreneurs, anyone else who wants to grow their own community and do something similar to what I have done or what any of the other big brands have done. Now, just starting kind of loosely, all right? The lesson that I've learned, people, and it's really strange, is that I've seen many people come and go in my life in terms of social media, in terms of how many, like the kind of frequency of people commenting, the type of messages that I get. I've had my OG subscribers, I've had people that used to comment back in the day and I haven't heard from them. It's not a big deal. However, I get loads of messages, and I have done in the past, where people have told me I have inspired them to not only get into skipping, to start their own thing, to start their own venture, to start their own YouTube channel. And down the line on Instagram, on YouTube, like a number of them have turned their back on the brand, turned their back on me, have chosen to pretend like they never kind of knew RA, done their own thing, got some sort of weird, strange problem and stopped kind of, communicating or whatever it is. Now, I don't need to go into detail about why that's happened, but the lesson that I've learned is that there is times when you will inspire people. There's times when people will take your advice. There's times when people will tell you that you've helped them come out of depression, that you've helped change their lives for the better. And at the same time, as they get closer and closer to you, what I found is some people will, for some reason, either become jealous or have some sort of issue or feel like they want to be where you are and whatever it is, okay, I don't know. But then they back off and they have an issue or they have a problem and, communication breaks down. And I've lost what I consider good friends on social media based on this. I've lost good athletes based on this. And the lesson that I've learned is, am I doing something wrong? Am I not giving them more time or something? Am I not always replying to their messages, their comments? Am I not always, whatever it is? The lesson that I learned is that it's not always hunky-dory, right? We've had a successful, 3 and a bit years, like of the business, of the growth of the business. I've been in this game for 5 years. It's been like a ton of highs and lows. And you just saw by that last mega edit that I put out, just how difficult it can be, when you're right down rock bottom, and then to come back and just follow those dreams, follow those passions, execute on them, never give up. And this video is about that, it's the lesson that I've learned, is that some people will do strange things that will, get under your skin. And I never bring it up. I never do bring it up. However, today I feel like I need to bring something up because a follower of mine, man, it's just so much mission, but a follower of mine contacted me or wrote a message and said, there's this guy on YouTube who's just slating you, who's literally just like numerous videos slating you. And I was like, wondering what's going on. All right, let me check this out. Now, there's a number of reviews of my products, of my ropes, good and bad. It's natural, right? Not everyone's going to have the right experience. Not everyone's going to have the same experience. And I can only tell you what I've been working on in the background, how I'm trying to improve things, how I'm trying to build this community, this brand, take skipping forward. I tell you everything, and you know I do. I'm just transparent like that. However, I saw this one review and I couldn't help but notice a few things that it just kind of caught my eye. And then as I went more and more deeper into this person's channel, it just dawned on me. I thought, I've heard this name somewhere before. The name was Jump Rope Veteran. That's the name of the guy who does his channel. Okay, now listen, again, there's no need for anyone to go to his channel and spread any hate, especially anyone who feels kind of passionate about what I'm about to say or feels strongly. This is about me protecting my brand, protecting the integrity of me as a person, my brand, and also my products, including things like the money rope, what I consider to be one of the main aspects and key components that helped build and create and develop such an amazing killer positive vibe basically around the world. Okay, now we're going to go into this in detail and I'm going to break down some of this guy's comments. Now the thing is this, right? You just have to remember, like, I actually respect what this guy does, and I respect that he has a channel based on skipping rope reviews. He teaches people some moves, I believe. He does some workouts and he's there, okay? He's making moves, and I love that. That is what I absolutely love when it comes to people around the world getting into skipping. When I was one of the first people on YouTube doing this, right, consistently doing this, by the way, okay? Now, you know, even on Instagram, I could count the number of people on one hand literally skipping consistently online, and now there's just hundreds and hundreds of people doing it. There's many more brands, there's many more people doing similar things, and that is brilliant because all that does is it raises the awareness of skipping. So that's what I want to get out of this video, that to be fair, like, I rate what this guy's doing. However, some of the ways what he's saying and what he's doing, in my opinion, is cultivating a negative vibe and hate, right, and a divide. Now, most of his audience will be American as well, and we'll get into some of the videos and some of the comments, but I've seen this hate come onto my channel. I've seen comments from people like Andrew Harris, probably watching this video, or Dan W, or Haroon Hanif, who come to my channel and think that I'm chatting a whole heap of shit, like, about some of the investments that I'm putting in, some of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes. And I was wondering, where's all this coming from? And then it dawned on me when I went onto this guy's channel, they're just regular commenters of his channel, supporters of his channel. So he's breeding and cultivating hate based off making false accusations, and not only that, just eliminating or excluding important information about some of his reviews and other things. And then he just goes on to kind of bring other people into things, and the way he writes his comments on, you know, the way he replies, it's just outrageous. And I'm going to bring them all to light in this video. Now, this is going to be a very long video. Based on chit chat, I'm going to bring up the things that I found, and I'm going to comment my opinion on what he's saying and actually set him straight, to be honest with you, because this is the key thing, right? This guy actually messaged me in 2018, right? And his message was basically that I inspired him to get into skipping, that I inspired him to set up his YouTube and website and what have you. Now, this is where I go back to the same point, that this was a supporter, this was a follower, this was someone who I got into skipping, and now he's gone down this road of just, it's like a one-man mission to just get either Americans to dislike me, or whoever comes on his channel to dislike me, or to try and share the truth about Rush Athletics, amazing marketing techniques, charismatic marketing techniques. You want to see all this, how I just pull the wall over my followers, you guys, my community, my supporters, how I'm doing all this stuff to kind of push this rope in people's faces, and they don't know nothing about ropes, beginners out there, and that they deserve to know what's out there for them, and cheaper alternatives, etc., etc. So listen, I'm gonna go straight into it right now. Like, first off, I told you before, I have had an amazing experience on YouTube. I've been very, very fortunate to be in a position that, again, if you don't know my story, and if you missed the last edit as well, that one of the most crazy edits I put together, super emotional, super draining, to go back in time to go through that journey, the highs, the lows, coming back from a double hip operation when my brand was just starting, to pull it back together, to work 2 jobs, to work the office job, then come back and create content, and then just have that belief, that vision that this could go bigger, this could go better, when no one was watching, when the views were low, when the likes were low, when nothing was happening. All right. Now the difficulty, and I don't want like some violin thing playing here, like, and I'm feeling sorry for myself. These are the foundations that I need to lay in place, because what I'm about to show you, this guy completely disregards that. He completely disregards the community and the work that's gone into it. And his sole purpose is to review products, right? But then he goes past that, and that's what we're going to get into. First off, like, it starts off with reviewing the money rope. Now, again, I cannot stop people having a bad review. I cannot stop people having a good review. It's freedom of speech. I believe in that. YouTube is the best place for that. And people should be able to outline and explain their experiences with my products, right? I'm a global brand. And yeah, of course, they want to let people know, especially if they've had a bad experience. Now, obviously, he goes on to this review, starts with this review without even having any packaging in place, without having, the rope's already been open. And if you go and watch this review, he starts off by, mentioning me, what I do, etc., etc. And then bang, straight off the bat, he's talking about, oh, this rope broke on me. He mentions that if you use it for 5 to 10 minutes or 10 to 15 minutes every day or whatever, for 2-3 months, it's going to snap on you. And, this guy's making strange claims at this moment, because how does he know how people use this rope? How do I know even how he's used this rope? Okay, now he told me he started in 2018. He bought this rope to support me, which is what he said in I think some of the comment sections. But it goes to show, like, he doesn't know about speed ropes. He doesn't know how people may use these speed ropes. So he's already making the claim now it's going to break on people 100% after so-and-so time. It's impossible to say when a rope's going to break. It's impossible to know how people are going to use the ropes. And that's why I had this channel. The fact that I've never broken any of my ropes is because I personally believe that I know how to care and use these ropes correctly. And it's my job to show people how to use these ropes. People forget skipping was just skipping. It was basic two-step. It was basic boxer step. It was single bounce. It was simple things. Now people are trying to do the Mayweather moves. People are trying to do my moves, the combinations, go super fast. They're tripping on the rope. They're yanking it. They're oversizing, or they're not lengthening their ropes correctly. There's so many things going on. They're skipping on concrete. They're leaving it out in the cold. There's so many reasons why ropes break, and we talk about it so much on this channel. Yet he fails to even address that. He fails to address that he even contacted me. He didn't even contact me, by the way. But he doesn't even say, oh, like, I contacted them and this was the customer service. He didn't even contact me. I've checked my emails, checked my customer service. And for someone who was a follower, someone who said that I inspired them, someone who told me that I got them into skipping, and for them to have a bad experience and not even messaging me, like, that was crazy. Like, and that's why my brand is here. And that's why I believe I built good brand reputation and goodwill with the people, is because we have that customer service in place. People can contact me. People can share their videos. I repost their videos. And that was one aspect. The second aspect is he talks about the price to value ratio, is what I believe he calls it. Now, this rope he got from Amazon, $17, all right? Now, again, he mentions that there's other rope brands, or there's other brands out there selling the same rope for $8. He mentions Rogue Fitness, and he says you could just buy the same thing from Rogue Fitness. Rogue Fitness is a multi-million-pound company based in America, and he mentioned $17 being too much for what the rope is. Now, I'll get into more detail about what he rates the performance. But $17, again, he does mention, oh, I get there's a business element. I get that people need to make profit. I get that people need to do X, Y, Z to build the brand. But he doesn't even mention the fact that I'm a British brand. In my country at the time of doing this review is £10. It's a £10 rope in my country. With £10, you can barely buy 2 drinks at a bar. Like, it's not the most expensive rope ever to be created, and he's making it out like it's super expensive. Then he fails to mention that I've actually got it to Amazon America and got it on next day delivery Prime for $17. He fails to mention that Amazon fees are $6, right? He fails to mention that there's customs taxes, there's delivery charges, there's shipping fees, there's all these fees included for me to get that rope to America, to basically get it to him for next day. Now, Rogue Fitness, who may sell it for $8, I go onto their website, the rope's not even in stock, but they don't even have free delivery on one rope. They don't have 11-foot ropes in stock, right? So he's comparing apples with pears here. Like, you can't compare 2 brands like that. I'm a personal brand at the end of the day. Like, the money rope was the first rope I created. He also talks about the logo rubbing off. Does he even know how much it costs to make a new mold from scratch? The money rope, again, was my first rope. The ropes preceding the money rope have had their own molds. I've invested in the legacy rope, having embossed logos, an icon rope. Fails to mention that my new line of ropes don't just have silk printing. The new money rope that's coming out, of course, is going to have embossed logo, a fresh new mold, a fresh new look. So like he's already out there trying to show people that I'm overinflating, overpricing the rope, and he just disregards everything about brand. He disregards everything about a personal brand, the work that goes in behind the scenes, the costs involved. Again, he mentions about the profit. Yeah, I get that people need to charge a bit more for profit, but that's not it. That's not it. This is the most accessible rope in this country for £10. If you go to other rope brands out there, other rope brands on Instagram or whatever it is, yeah, my rope is still the cheapest by a country mile, and this rope is so popular. Like, I always call it the most in-demand rope for a reason. This video for him has got the most views he's ever got. It's on like 20,000 views. So if it wasn't the most in demand, why is someone searching up a speed rope just to check out? Like, it's ridiculous. And he goes on to rebuff that comment as well. I have chances to increase the price of this rope. Even during the pandemic this year, I've made one price increase. That's based on raw materials going up, less planes in the sky, so much things going on behind a brand, behind the price of a product. And I get that he's just looking at the sole price of the product, but he doesn't even mention on the video that, yeah, I got this on Amazon for next day delivery. And in his country, it's £10. So that actually makes it $13, not even that, $12 at the time of the exchange rate. So $12, all right? Of course you have to pay for shipping. Like, I can't ship one speed rope for free. Like, it's ridiculous from the UK. Like, it costs a lot of money to ship worldwide. And that's the whole point. He fails to even mention any of this, how accessible this rope is worldwide. His key thing that he always talks about is that this rope can be bought for cheaper elsewhere. Fine, right? If you're going to do a rope review, I can hold my hands up. Of course, people can buy any other rope from Walmart or Sports Direct if you're from the UK. On my channel, I never ever mention, like, you know, that you have to buy this rope to do these skills. You need to buy this rope. I don't force it down anyone's mouth. Like, it's their choice. It's completely their choice. All my supporters, all my followers, and most of these people watching today behind this camera will realize that all I'm doing is just trying to inspire, trying to motivate, and trying to make people just improve their cardio game, enjoy their fitness, enjoy their lifestyle, change the way they feel about themselves, you know, with a skipping rope. Now, whether they support me, whether they support another brand, I'm not in this business. I've been saying in so many videos, I don't care what rope people buy. I just don't. Whatever rope you want to buy, just pick up a rope. I'm trying to make it accessible to as many people out there in the world. I'm trying to give you guys all the tools you need and to make you feel better about the way you guys train. All right, and if they do want to go for another person's brand, then fine, they can still come to my channel and watch my tutorials. What's worse and what's annoying about this guy's just cultivating hate. And if you see on the comments, some of the replies, it's just absolutely ridiculous. What's even more important about the fact that he got it on Amazon is that my brand doesn't do any YouTube ads. And you're probably watching this video, and I don't know if I'm gonna put ads on this, but there's another rope brand out there, and we all clearly know who it is, who are plastering their videos on my videos. And I don't care about it, it's just business, all right? That's the way they're gonna do it. The fact is this, man, like, whoever comes to my channel and is inspired by my videos or tutorials, the fact is they are asking me, can we get this on Amazon? Are you gonna supply this on Amazon? So again, he doesn't even realize the fact that I'm just trying to get the rope out to as many of my supporters around the world. And that involves money, that involves a lot of money. And he completely, again, disregards any of that. Then the whole thing gets a lot more like strange, right? He goes into performance and gives this rope 5 out of 5. So he actually gives this performance rating the maximum, right? So he understands clearly that this rope is a very good rope. It's a very good speed rope. And to be honest with you, I don't need Jump Rope Veteran to tell me this is a very good rope, okay? Like the whole rope, the whole concept of the money rope speaks for itself. The fact that it is in now over 120, nearly 140 countries, I believe. The fact that we've sold it to nearly 60,000 people worldwide. The fact that the brand has quadrupled, trebled, whatever it is, like around in the last like 3-4 years, like off the back of this rope, because the community is so strong, because the community is so positive, and because the jump rope movement is just something special in the fitness world, right? The fact that he rates this 5 out of 5 just goes on to like blow my mind, because then all he's doing is just telling people to go elsewhere to buy it, right? Even though it's not the same brand, even though the brand doesn't even have 11-foot options, even though the brand, again, is a multi-million-pound company. 5 out of 5 he gives this for performance. Again, it's just outrageous, because then you're going to see clearly in his comments, he's talking about how it's a poorly made product. How can you have a poorly made product where the performance is 5 out of 5? Like, this product has nearly, for me, I always say, single-handedly brought a community together. It was a tangible product that I needed to bring my community together across the world.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Nicky Smalls. I don't know if many of you know this about me, but I recently lost 125 pounds. And one of the ways I continue to stay fit is by using my Rush Athletics money rope. The whole Rush community keeps me motivated every single day to be the best version of me possible.
It's a phenomenal rope. He gives it 5 out of 5. I wouldn't be using it if it was shit. Like, the way that I skip, the way that I like to skip, the style, like, I wouldn't go for anything else. And like, yes, I'm developing other types of ropes. Yes, I'm trying to develop different types of handles to try and, you know, build and grow and develop the brand into different areas. But the money rope for me is insanely good. And like, he's giving it 5 out of 5, yet he calls it a poorly made product. And it just baffles me, completely baffles me, disregards the brand, disregards the community, never mentions anything about the community and why the community might want a rope like this. He has no clue what it takes to bring a speed rope to market, brand it, to make it popular, to show people that it's a very good speed rope. You won't be able to build a brand on a defective product, on a shit product. It's impossible. And he even has a video of him talking about him trying to bring a speed rope to the market and that he went against it because there was other brands and too many other brands, and you know, he was happy doing his channel the way he wants to do it. Like, why is he even looking into building a brand off the back of a speed rope, any old speed rope? Like, obviously, I know he's the one that told me that I inspired him to get into YouTube, get into skipping, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to maybe try and build or bring a speed rope to market. Now, this is the strange thing, because why is he sharing so much hatred, not only to the rope that has, in my opinion, grown the skipping movement, and for the fact that he has a channel based on skipping, that I just see it as though like he's actually benefiting from the fact that I'm helping to push this movement, helping to grow the kind of awareness of skipping. And he's got a channel where people come to his channel to get good reviews about different ropes. And I've got no problem about him. I've got absolutely no problem about him reviewing other people's ropes, reviewing, you know, my ropes, etc., etc. But don't omit or don't disregard some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes in terms of business, and don't just fob it off and be like, oh yeah, I know people need to make profit, like, and that's why the price. No, bruv, you have no clue what it takes to bring a speed rope to market, what it takes to build a brand from it, what it takes to keep consistent and get more and more people involved off the back of a cheap, poorly made speed rope. It makes no sense. And that's why I have to just talk about it in this video today, because it's just frustrating when I see such a positive community. Like I said, something I'm so close to. I feel like I need to be that person that speaks up, because if you don't speak up and you see wrongdoings or you see people just talking nonsense, like I'm just as bad as what he's saying. Like, as in, I have to protect the integrity of the community. I have to protect the integrity of the brand and myself. And like, it's just madness, some of the stuff he's coming out with. I'm now going to highlight another comment, right? And this is absolutely ridiculous again. There's a person who comments, either a subscriber of his or someone who follows me as well, but they get the gist of what I do. And they basically comment saying, look, Rush has free tutorials out there. You know, people are going to support him. I'm just paraphrasing, by the way. And that, you know, people just like the feeling of having a Rush rope, right? And that was that comment. He pretty much comes back and talks about how this channel, or having a YouTube channel, is not like free. Tutorials are not free. I'm getting paid. And he mentions that, you know, that I'm getting paid $7.60 on average. This is his research, $7.60 for every 1,000 views. Now, let me show you the last 28 days, what I've done in terms of my metrics, all right? Now, I've got 350,000 or so, 340,000 views, all right? Now, if he's talking about $7 per 1,000 views, that equates to about $3,000, $2,500, right? And it's absolutely ridiculous, because you can see by the estimate there, it's showing about 240. Now, bear in mind, by the way, this estimate is pretty much 50% overinflated itself. And I've never got more than $125, maybe $150 from YouTube in a month. And there's two reasons for that. One is that I don't get like mad views. I don't get like viral views. You can see by my channel. Two, I hardly put adverts on my channel, simply because I either use music that is going to be copyrighted, and also I don't want to show adverts purely because there's other brands plastering their shit on my videos, and also it's annoying for the viewers. So sometimes I have adverts, sometimes I won't. The point is this, like, I get $150 on average a month. That barely takes care of the overheads in this place. So he's there now talking some nonsense that I'm getting paid about $2,500 a month, $3,000. Like, again, I don't mind reviews. I don't mind him giving his personal experience of my products. Even though he didn't let me like help him or look into it, he didn't message me or anything about his bad experience. But like, don't be talking nonsense. Don't be talking lies, bruv. You don't know about my YouTube channel. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And again, it goes back to the whole point. Like, he's reviewed this rope and given it 5 out of 5. So again, I don't understand. He's got a current theme talking about how people are influenced by my marketing techniques, my skills, this thing that everyone's drawn in by my marketing. He just wants to make people have informed decisions, making sure that they know that there's cheaper alternatives out there. But of course there's cheaper alternatives out there. Like if you want to buy like a cheaper iPhone cable that doesn't have an Apple logo on it, like to charge your phone, of course people can do that. But some people are going to want to just buy Apple for the sake of Apple, for the brand, for the customer support maybe that they get, or just the feeling that they've got an Apple product. Like, of course people know there's other cheap or other alternatives out there. I don't go on my channel and say, this is the only rope you need. This is like, you have to buy this rope. Like there's nothing else available. Like it's just ridiculous, some of the comments he makes. And I just don't understand, because if he wants to promote Walmart, if he wants to promote other cheaper brands out there, other companies even based in the US, then show me their channels. Are they promoting the skipping community? Are they growing it? Are they showing tutorials? Are they helping people? Like, probably not. So like, people probably won't find them on YouTube. And if you're there to show and tell people that there's $5 ropes in Walmart, then I'm sure they know that. And if they want to go and buy that, I'm sure they're going to want to buy that. But it's not me telling people like, you need this rope to execute these skills. Like, I don't think I've had a video ever basically saying you need the money rope because it's the only rope that's gonna help you with your skipping abilities. All right, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, so why would he say something like that? Just outrageous. Again, it's just like he's trying to make people think that I'm this incredible salesman, incredible marketer. He goes on to mention charismatic, which we're going to also see. I'm all down for him having a channel which showcases good ropes from other brands, Walmart or wherever it may be, Target, wherever the shops are in America. Like, I'm all for that. Do it, man. Like, build a community, build a following, help people out there. Like, this is what is great about my channel, is because I feel like it is authentic, because I know my truth. Like, I'm not doing this video just to prove myself. I'm doing this video to educate people, to teach people that actually, like, you know, there are people out there who will turn around and say that they've been inspired by you and yet do all this craziness and talk this craziness. Then he goes on to say, like, he's here to just give people, again, informed decisions and help people find the best alternatives. Yet when I looked on his channel and I looked at all the Crossropes reviews and all the other American brand reviews or anything else he's done, like, if you look even on his bio, he's got referral links to Crossropes. He's got affiliate Amazon links to other brands. So naturally, if you've got a referral code from Crossropes, and bearing in mind, he says he's not sponsored, but why have you got a referral code? If you've got a referral code, something's happening. Either you're getting free products to review or something good is happening in the background for you. Like, don't mask it. Don't tell people you're giving them informed decisions, like telling them that there's something wrong with my products, and yet you give the product 5 out of 5. Yeah, if it's just mad. Like, I don't understand where your point is, like what type of review this is. If the rope, you gave it 2 out of 5 or 1 out of 5, I get it. You don't like the rope. You think that the rope is overhyped, which I just can't get my head around, because if it was overhyped, don't you think people would have seen past that in 4 years? Like, honestly, like, it's just mad, like how you basically think that I'm either the luckiest person on the planet, either like people are just like, I don't know, dazed, or like what's the word, like they're just like mesmerized by me. And you're gonna also see, like, I'm gonna show you comments of where he's basically talking about how, like, I've just got these fascinating marketing techniques which he would love to do a case study on. There's another comment that one of his followers gets, right, and basically asks him, like, what would he recommend, a cross rope, get lean set, or RA money rope? And he straight away off the bat, Crossropes, blah blah blah, like much more value for money, durability, etc., etc. Like, wouldn't it be the right reply, in my opinion, if you are a jump rope expert or someone who's knowledgeable in the sense of, like, know what you're talking about with skipping? Wouldn't you be like, depends what your style is, depends what you're looking for? They're two different types of ropes, right? One costs like $60-70, one costs about, like I said, £10 in my country. The other, like, one is great for fitness, has heavy ropes, etc., interchangeable ropes. One is just, you know, getting started. There's so many different things. And straight off the bat, he's like, no, Crossropes. Like, it's, even if someone asks me what's the best rope between my brand and another brand, the first thing I always say to them is, it just depends what you're after. It just depends what you're after. These are the small things that I've just been seeing littered all over his channel. Littered. And yet, remember, he gives the money rope 5 out of 5. Then the person comes back and says, I'm just looking for tricks. And straight away he replies, no, the RA money rope. So he's 100%, I guess, honest with that reply. But it just goes to show that it just depends on what the person's looking for. Depends what their budget is. Depends on, you know, like I said, the style, the feel, the kind of combinations they want to put together. Like, you can do things with both ropes, of course, but one is going to help you better than the other. It's just as simple as that. This guy, Andrew Harris, talks about how I'm just good at marketing. And again, it's just talking some nonsense. And then Jump Rope Veteran comes back and just says that I'm a master of selling. Like, what is he on about? I had a channel. I had a channel worth 2 years worth of content before I even brought out my first product, right? I built a community off the back of serious hard work. What was I selling? The dream of working hard. What happens if you put your mind to something? What happens if you follow and chase your dreams? If you don't and never have the ability to give up? Like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand what he's so confused about in my marketing. I've shown people what can happen. What can happen with just good old-fashioned hard work. I brought a product out which I truly, truly believed in, right? The legwork, the hard work behind it to bring it to market, to make it accessible around the world, to make it as cheap as possible in my own country and for as many people as I could across the world, to put it into as many Amazons as I could for the most cheapest price. Like, for my followers who wanted that rope. Like, what is good about this marketing? Like, yes, we have like cool videos. Yes, like I spend time on learning my craft and showing people what can be done with this rope. Again, if they put their mind to working hard with a skipping rope. But it's not just my rope. There's so many people in my community who do not have my rope, right? So many people. And if he's watching this, I hope he knows this. Like, there's just a ton of people who tag me every day using different people's ropes. And it's amazing. It's completely amazing. They don't need to be using my rope all the time for me to be impressed. Or, you know, like for things to be good on my end. Like, I just want people to pick up a rope. Like, pick up a rope and work. You know, that's it. Work on their own things, work on their fitness, work on their skills, their combinations. They just enjoy fitness, enjoy cardio, lose weight, get better, just fulfill their potential. I'm getting upset, I'm getting annoyed. Obviously, you can hear it in my voice. It's annoying. Like, I'm ranting. But like, what does he see? The master of selling. Honestly, is it because it's just a speed rope to you, bro? Like, is it just because like it's just a simple piece of plastic? Again, something that I mentioned before, that the reason why it's so powerful is because it's so simplistic. It's accessible. Like, it can be used by anyone. I've got followers who are in their 70s using this rope. No problems, no issues. Like, there's nothing amazing about the marketing. All I did was find a talent, find something that I loved and made a hobby and just tried to share it with the world and share it to the world for free for 2 years. Content. Videos after videos after videos. That's your answer. That is literally your answer if you're watching. Like, and it goes to show, like, to people who are following this channel, who support me, that I don't need to be making videos like this. But the reason why I feel so strongly about doing this is because it's such a positive community. Like, we don't need people like this talking nonsense. We don't need people cultivating more haters in a community that's so new and so fresh. That's what's so amazing about the jump rope community, right? It's unlike other fitness communities who have body shaming, who have the talk of whether some people are on steroids or if they're natural, or, you know, other bashing going on. Like, this is just people doing their thing, man. You know, there's people trying to do their thing. He's got videos on his channel. Are jump rope dudes any good at skipping? Like, what's all this about? Now we're just gonna start looking at people and just being like, oh, he looks awkward. I don't know why he does it like this. He doesn't need to do it like this. I saw that video and I was like, what's going on here? Like, what kind of content are you bringing? Like, and even some of the points he was making were not even accurate when I was watching it. Like, is that what it's come to now? Like, now we're just gonna review each other. Like, I have the Jump Rope Labs where people send me videos, and I'm like, if you want me to review them, I'll review them, and I'll bring them up on the screen like I used to back in the day and say, look, this makes it a little bit awkward. We'll change that. But that's because someone's sent me their videos and they want to get a review. They want me to feature them on YouTube, and they want to be improving their game. My man's just all right, cool. Let's just review the jump rope dude's technique because he's the expert. You know, I saw some of his stuff on his channel. The way he puts knots right close to his handles, and then he wonders why my rope broke. If he's got ropes with knots right there, like literally by the handle, it's not going to move properly. You're going to add a super amount of friction. You're not going to get the feel you need. It's not how you use knots. I've been skipping for so long now that even I could tell you, honest opinion, you don't put your knots that close to the handle. And I've made videos about this. That's not where you get the feel. And you're just going to damage your rope. So he's got all this going on, but yet he's saying this, you know, Dan looks awkward doing this. Like, nonsense, man. We don't need this. Like, we don't need that type of thing. And if he wants to do that, like, if he wants to do reviews, then do it another way. Do whatever you want to do, man. Like, just don't cultivate haters. You know, don't cultivate that. Don't create haters. You don't understand someone's business. You don't understand someone's background. You don't understand my background. Like, why would he do that? You then see comments like this where someone's just like, oh, what do you think of the legacy rope? My man's like, no, Crossrope will give you better value for money. Like, how does he even know? He's not even the same ropes, not even the same style of ropes. Legacy rope is so different to the Crossrope. Like, and again, straight off the bat, hasn't even reviewed it, never even touched the legacy rope yet. Crossrope. And it goes back to that same point. He talks about not being sponsored, talks about having an objective opinion or non-objective opinion. I can't remember what he said, but then he's got referral codes to Crossropes. Someone's asking him a question, what's better out of 2 ropes? He's not even seen one of the ropes yet. He already knows off the bat, 100%, that the Crossrope is better than the legacy rope. Again, you can't even compare 2 different ropes, styles, one's mechanized, one's not even mechanized. Absolute ridiculous. Look, man, like the message, like it's such a long video right now, but I don't care. Like the message is so clear. If you're a channel which is cultivating haters in this community, and like keep them to yourself, like give them informed decisions or informed comments or informed reviews. But when they come onto my channel and they start talking nonsense, you're creating haters. You're creating haters in a community which never had them, right? I don't mind getting people coming into my channel and saying, oh, like your hair looks greasy, or you know, you're a knobhead for always wearing sunglasses. That's just normal trolls. But when someone comes and talks like they know about my business or like they know about my brand because they've been listening to people like Jump Rope Veteran talk about, like they think they know about my brand and how cheap and poorly made products and how easy it is to bulk create products and ship them everywhere around the world for cheap, like, which again, unfucking true. Like, why would you create these divides, right? The American community, first of all, is like one of my biggest communities. It's actually my biggest community, and I've sold the most ropes in America. But yet he's on this one-man mission, again, like I said, to drive people to other brands, and that's fine. If you wanna give people honest reviews and just say this is a good rope, another brand, this is a great rope, I'll go buy, do it. But why do you need to keep mentioning Rush Athletics and what I'm doing so poorly or what I'm doing wrong and the marketing techniques that I'm using like is just, you know, fake and or super charismatic that I'm just like, yeah, blowing people's minds and making them buy the money rope when they could buy it for cheaper somewhere else. Like, you don't need to mention it. You don't need to mention me. Like, let me do what I need to do, which is help and inspire people and try and grow this community in my own way and grow the They Run We Fly community in my own way. And he should just stick to just growing his community, you know, growing his channel, becoming the best for reviewing ropes, the most knowledgeable person out there, right? Which he's clearly not showing because there's a lack of business knowledge and really, again, some of the skipping stuff that he comes up with, it doesn't make sense. He's also got videos. This is just a bad man. Like, he's got a video, the 4 worst jump ropes not to buy, something like that. Number 1, RA money rope. Like, the guy's just giving it 5 out of 5. Like in his first review, he's giving it 5 out of 5. Yet it's his number 1 rope which he thinks is the worst jump rope, right? And he's got this, again, this little theme about versatility of ropes. This rope's not going to allow you to do TJ triple cross or this, that, and the other. Nonsense, bro. Like, go check out Mira from Germany. When I went to go see her, she was using the money rope, and she was using the money rope even after for months on end, doing some of the most craziest stuff you've ever seen with a skipping rope. Forget TJ crosses or triple crosses. Like, people can do tricks with an RA speed rope, but people can do tricks with loads of ropes. Don't be telling people you're not going to be able to do this and you should get a long handle rope because this is what's going to allow you to do this trick. Yeah, some ropes are making it easier, but like, you're stating facts that are just completely not true. So I don't understand where his knowledge has come from. But again, it doesn't make sense because he's given the rope 5 out of 5 for performance. And in my opinion, that means he's enjoyed the rope and he knows the rope is of good quality. Another cool comment, one of his followers comes up saying, like, I don't get Rush, like, his message, like, is basically like the hate that he has on treadmills. He's not even a qualified fitness coach and it's dangerous because I'm an influencer and people are going to listen to me, like, all this nonsense. Again, people who don't understand me or don't understand my brand, the tongue in cheek that I use about the treadmills and how I'm just helping people, again, people who were bored of cardio in terms of bored of treadmills like I was. I'm trying to resonate with those kind of people. And that's where my kind of dislike for treadmills came. Like, they're now thinking that I think I'm a fitness coach, and not once on this channel have I gone and said, you know, I'm an expert in this whenever someone's ever asked me about injuries or anything like that. I've even got professional physios on this channel to comment on specific injuries. Like, so they don't know me. I won't understand why someone like Jump Rope Veteran won't mention this, why he won't say, like, no, if you watch this guy's channel or if you get to know his style, like, he's just trying to offer and he helped build the skipping brand based on people who didn't enjoy cardio, people who didn't enjoy running, people wanting to find alternatives. He doesn't mention any of that. And why he doesn't mention that? Instead, he just kind of adds fuel to the fire, adds more fuel to the fire. Oh, I don't get his message. Of course he understands my message because I was the one, obviously, that apparently anyway, like it inspired him to get into skipping. How does he not know my message if I was the one that inspired him to start YouTube or website or whatever it was, and he's been watching my content? It doesn't make sense. I'm not looking for this, by the way. I'm not looking for him to mention me. But why does he have this hatred to try and bring me down, to try and knock my community, and then yet takes all the plaudits for like his skills because it just, come on, bro. We see past it. I see past it. I've watched your stuff. I've seen your comments. Right, the finale, man. This actually got under my skin the most, because this was a comment that I read from another owner, right? Punk Ropes. And Punk Ropes have done amazing things. They've been around for a long time. I don't know their whole full history, and I'm not going to judge their brand because I don't know much about it. But if they're helping build the community, if they're helping to grow the awareness of skipping, for me, again, it's an amazing thing. And I do know they've been around for a long time. But this comment was absolutely shocking. When I tell you shocking, I could not believe that an owner of a company would say something like this or imply something like this. And after not knowing anything about me, and if he's just known about me from watching my YouTube channel, like, again, what's he watching? Because how could he say something like this? And again, it's fueling that hatred. It's fueling and cultivating negative energy. Not just on me, like, it's not about me, it's about the community. I feel connected to you guys. And when people are saying stuff like this, I feel, again, as the protector of the community and the guardian, I've got to speak up, because it's unreal what people are saying. And this comment, you know, it came off the back of a review that Jump Rope Veteran did for Punk Ropes, and a very glowing review. Again, it's fine. It's good. It's good that he's giving these reviews. If that's his experience with Punk Ropes, amazing. And Punk Ropes CEO or owner, I believe he is, comes on and thanks him for it, and also sheds a bit of light about what it is and what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what goes on in the background. And Jump Rope Veteran has knocked other brands out there, another European brand, and they were just talking about this, about what goes on in the background. And the CEO of Punk Ropes was saying that it's very difficult to bring a product to market, something that I've mentioned before in this video, and it is difficult. He then goes on to imply that there is a fine balance, or there is a difference between service and greed. And he's basically implying that myself and this other brand owner who is doing his own thing and building his own community and doing positive things for himself, like, obviously he must have got a bad review or something, but that I myself have turned to greed, or I am greedy about what I'm doing here. And this is absolutely shocking for another company owner to say something like this. It's just beyond madness, like outrageous. Like, I'm running out of words. I don't have enough vocab. Like, he knows nothing. He knows nothing about me. He knows nothing about the work I've put in. And if he wants to, he could go see my last edit that I put out. Like, but to say that, like, how many people may watch that video and see that comment, and all of a sudden I'm written in that comment, and there's this guy implying that I'm greedy. Like, what am I greedy about, bruv? Like, the rope is £10 in my country. The legacy rope is £25 in this country. I don't need to name any other brands out there, but it's very cheap, considerably cheaper than some of the other big players in this game, right? And it's beyond mad. I could not believe when I read that. Like, I was actually shocked. Like, why would he say something like that? A respectable business, I assume a respectable owner, like, and he's assuming about my character. He thinks he knows me. He thinks he knows my intentions, my business intentions. And just because I have a brand similar in his industry, he can call me greedy. Like, honestly, like, what's the world coming to, man? Why are they trying to create these divides? Why are they trying to create these problems that shouldn't even exist? The whole theme is always about just letting people know that there's other quality ropes out there for cheaper. Now, if you're the owner of Punk Ropes, doubt you'll be watching this, but if you are, that is amazing that you're able to supply your community in America for cheaper, whatever it is, than what I charge here in the UK, right? But you know as well as I do, things are very different, setups are very different. But if the job of Jump Rope Veteran is to share his knowledge about where to find these cheaper ropes, then just continue making videos, continue being consistent, continue being positive and just telling people where these ropes are. Or they could just put in the work themselves and just build their YouTube channel and create a community on YouTube, or change their marketing techniques. You've seen people like Crossropes, you know, putting tons and tons of money, thousands of dollars of money into adverts that come on top of my videos. right? So that's how they're growing their awareness. That's how they're showing people about their product. So I don't understand, if there's cheaper products out there, then why don't these owners of the cheaper products put in the work and do what they need to do to then share more to the people? And if Jump Rope Veteran is going to be that guy, then fine, but don't need to drag my name into it, or my business techniques, or my assumed greed, or my charismatic marketing techniques that are fooling people everywhere around the world, it seems. I don't know, man. I wanted to do this as a podcast. I wanted to do this as just a chit chat. And I think I've just done it as the latter. It's just a chit chat. It's a rant. I'm appalled. I'm gonna say I'm just completely appalled by some of the stuff I've seen, some of the comments. And there's people out there, like I said, who use my products and have had bad experiences. But I like to think that I can try and help them in some sort of way. I like to think that they can get in contact with me via email, or if they've had a problem with something, I can try and fix it. I'm just out here to make skipping accessible. And my rope, up until last year, £10 for a speed rope. Again, like, you're not even gonna be able to buy 2 drinks in a pub. It's not easy. It's not easy to bring a product to market from nothing, to learn the ropes, as it were, like, of business and being an entrepreneur, the sacrifices, the late nights, like the work that goes in, right? To then leave your full-time job, to take that leap of faith, and all the insecurities and all the uncertainties that follow. And nothing is addressed by this guy. And all he's doing is just creating a bad vibe. And these bad vibes are coming onto this channel. So, like, if people like Haroon or Dan or Andrew watch this, continue commenting. I'm never going to delete your comments, but do not comment thinking that you know anything about this business. All right? My community are here, positive, learning, hopefully, getting value, right? And my consistency and the blood, sweat and tears that I put every single day out there, like, hopefully will showcase that I'm in this for the right reasons, especially for this Jump Rope Veteran who just thinks for some reason that he just wants to just drag my name through the dirt every other video. Like, bro, like, honestly, if you even got this far in this video, like, just continue doing what you're doing, but, like, positively. Like, it's just as simple as that. Grow your following. You're not going to get your $7.60. YouTube doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. You don't get that kind of money, right? And I've seen he's got links on his bio, which, you know, people can send money via PayPal, send him Bitcoin, all this other stuff, right? And that's fine. People will hopefully support you. People will hopefully support the work that you put in. And I, honest to God, wish that he has a successful channel, because it's the benefit. It's for the benefit of skipping, right? If more people are more aware of the type of ropes or what each rope can do for them, fine. If he wants to give a bad review, fine. But don't talk about business techniques or things behind the scenes that you have no clue over. Like, it's just adding more unnecessary, ridiculous fuel to a fire that doesn't need to be fucking started. And, like, I'm lucky in the sense that, yes, my brand is global. Yes, my brand is reputable. It has goodwill, like I mentioned, but I'm a personal brand, and this brand is like my baby. So if someone attacks in a bad way and I don't think that it makes sense, of course I'm going to stand up for it. And not only that, the community that we've built together, the movement that we built together is beyond imaginable, right? You just have to go on Instagram to see it. And if you think all of those people are out of their minds, or they're dumb, or you don't understand, they're just awestruck, and there's just all this hype around this one rope, and that, you know, they don't know the truth that they're cheaper alternatives. Like, give me a break. Honestly, give me a break, man. It's just, don't waste your time. Just don't waste your time on me. Don't waste your time talking about the brand of Rush Athletics. Just continue doing you, bro. I promise you, good things will happen. Like, just be consistent, work hard, and work hard on your own craft. And that's just the way I'm going to leave this video. All right, so if you stuck with me all this way to the end of this video, man, as always, thank you. Like, the response and just feedback from that last edit that we put out, the history of Rush Athletics, was, again, beyond insane, beyond amazing. And it touched my heart, like, some of the comments, the amount of people that got involved and left their feedback and just positive vibes. Like, it means the world. And I honestly always mean that. This video is not here to again, add more fuel to any fire. It's not there to disrespect anyone. It's not there to get hate onto someone, right? It's about sharing with you my knowledge and my experiences, and the fact that, again, for me, the future is bright for skipping. It's very bright. And the more and more people that get involved, the more and more people who have ideas for ropes, brands, it's only going to be beneficial to all the people around the world. And if I can continue providing the value, if I can continue putting the hard work for you guys to hopefully inspire you to go and do something amazing and to fulfill your potential and just get you out of any kind of ruts that you might be feeling, then my job is done, because that's what it's always about, man, just providing value. So listen, as always, I love you, man. We're going to get back to it very soon with some fire tutorials and a bit more upbeat vibes. So I'll check you in that next video. So take care of yourself. Let's get the treadmill. Stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.